There's a knock at the door. You weren't expecting anyone. When you open it, a woman with an air of mysticism and deep eyes is holding a letter. Without waiting for your invitation, she steps inside, places the envelope on the table, and says, "It's yours." Before you can react, she's already gone. You open the envelope and find an invitation. Discover the truth about love. But beware, not everyone is ready to face what they will uncover. Intrigued, you follow the instructions. You arrive at a dimly lit room. At the center, a man dressed in black is seated. In front of him, there are two doors, one white and one red. "You are about to make the most important decision about love," he says, without preamble. "No more fairy tales, no more myths of soulmates. The red door will allow you to keep living as you have, believing that love conquers all. But there's a price. You will perpetuate the illusion and live within it." You freeze. "What happens if I choose the white one?" you ask. He smiles. "The stories you cherish, the sacrifices made for love, even the songs you listen to, all will be stripped of their magic." The dilemma hits you. Is it better to live in an illusion that brings comfort, or to face an uncomfortable truth? In the corner, Plato murmurs something while observing the doors. "Romantic love is merely a shadow in the cave," he says. "What you long for is not love itself, but an idealized idea. It's a mirage you can never touch." Nietzsche scoffs from the other side. Illusion or not, love is what makes us transcend. Don't destroy the myth. Use it to create something greater than yourself. Simone de Beauvoir crosses her arms and looks at you sternly. Romantic love is a construct that limits people, especially women. Breaking that myth is to free oneself from the chains of emotional dependency. But Zygmunt Bauman interjects, "Love, like everything in liquid modernity, has become ephemeral. We want instant connection, effortless romance, but we're unprepared for the consequences of building relationships on such unstable ground." The doors seem to shift in shape as you watch them. The white one, once cold, now seems to offer peace, but also loneliness. The red one, warm, promises comfort, but at an invisible cost. A thought strikes you. What if the red door not only perpetuates the myth of romantic love, but also makes you complicit in its harm? How many of our decisions are rooted in that idea of love that culture has sold us? You pause and notice. The white door seems to beat like a silent heart, a call toward the unknown. The red door, on the other hand, seems to burn like a promise of eternal passion, but also of deep scars. They aren't just doors, they are mirrors of your soul, showing you what you fear and what you desire. Epicurus, seated in a corner, calmly remarks, "Romantic love promises happiness, but often delivers suffering. Wouldn't it be better to seek pleasure in honest and simple connections?" As you think, you recall failed relationships, broken promises, sacrifices made in the name of love. Were they real, or were you merely following a script written long before you were born? You think of the movies you cried over, the books you read, the poems you whispered. Were those moments false, or were they real because you lived them? Dostoevsky, with his tormented gaze, chimes in, "Love is suffering, yes, but in that suffering, we find redemption." Don't destroy the myth, because perhaps it's all that keeps us sane. Kierkegaard sighs. Romantic love is the greatest contradiction of existence. It promises the infinite in a finite world. But maybe that contradiction is what makes us human. A part of you clings to the idea of romantic love, kisses in the rain, passionate letters, reconciliations that fill the soul with hope. But how many times have those dreams ended in silence, tears, or a feeling of emptiness? You wonder if the love you seek is a reflection of your own fear of being alone. Erich Fromm slowly stands and in a calm voice says, "Love is neither a myth nor a fleeting emotion. It is an art. To love requires effort, patience, and knowledge. The door you choose will not determine your destiny, but how you decide to live that choice." The man in black watches you. The decision is yours. Open a door and face the consequences. But remember, not deciding is also a decision. The doors remain in front of you, increasingly menacing. In the end, it's not just about love, but about your relationship with the truth. Are you willing to give up the comfort of a beautiful lie for the harshness of reality? As you take a step toward one of the doors, the man in black smiles for the first time. "Remember," he says gravely, "what you find on the other side will not be the truth of love, but your truth. Because love is not what we believe, but what we make of it. Are you ready to face it? And you, which door would you open?" Now it's your turn to make a decision. Which door would you choose? That of idealized love or that of real love? Leave it to me in the comments. I'd love to know what you think and why. In the end, your choices are also part of this journey.